Hello everyone. It's a wonderful Friday. And I mean F-R-Y. We're getting fried out here. Oh, I try to get help with my problems, but it's like the worse they are, the less anyone wants to do anything. So if you had a small problem, there's probably lots of help. But if your whole life's wrecked, I told a lady where I live, she said, people ask me how I'm doing. I don't like to answer that question. Thank you, Mind Jackass. You're wonderful. Trying to silence me. But I said, she said, how was it? Boo, 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 ba, ba, ba. They're telling me just hit some balls. Let's try it. So I didn't destroy all my clubs. So here we go. Rock and roll. Which way should I hit here? Okay. So we're up. Let's go here. Alrighty. Oh, watch out, I say. I like to say, God made me Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, head out of this one. Not exactly great, but it helps get all the grime off the bottom of your club there. You don't need that many clubs to golf, too. But I might as well hit a couple. It's good exercise, too. Yeah, nice little chuck going here. I don't know if we can see that, but gets a little grime off there. That develops. Oh! All right. Oh. So I said my life is wrecked. And she said, join the club. All our lives are wrecked. Yeah. We're all wrecked, folks. Maybe we, I don't know, gee, I only do a few impressions. Usually it's Mr. Trumpy Dumpy. Sorry, folks. The Mind Jackers were just not too nice to me today. Actually, they weren't mean to me today. But I'm severely depressed, suffering like that. So I called a bunch of people today. I called they said, don't talk about it right now. Let's keep it uppity-duppity and then go back into the horribleness of my life. So everything's melting here right now. Holy, holy, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I didn't write any notes down. Not today. Didn't write no notes down because I can't really read or write or anything like that. So I just do whatever I want to do. That's the thing. I just want to have a life. That's it. Functional life. But can't get the help that I want. Can't get the help that I need. The Mind Jackers, they explain it to me like this. They say, your dad doesn't want your life wrecked, but he does it anyway. You don't want it. See, that's the thing. It's like, if people don't want something, then they should not do it. But I say, like, life would be so simple if we could get people to cooperate. You know, it's like, how hard would it be to give me a shirt back or something? You know, it's like, or invite me over for Christmas. It'd be easy. They just don't want to do it. It'd be easy for this woman to talk. Okay, they said I can say it now. Holy moly. Yeah, I called the courthouse. And they were talking about a restraining order. And I said, she said, well, it's got to be, you got to tell the truth on the restraining order. And I said, the judge said that it doesn't matter if everything on there is a lie. See, they have to say that you can't tell lies. But bad people are just going to tell lies. And what can you do? There's no way to fight back. You can't win. I can't fight back. I can't win. So I don't know what to do about it. The mindjackers say just end your life because there's no help. This is what they say. There's no one wants to help. There is no help. But the people watching this, I know it might get frustrating for them because nobody wants this. This is the whole paradox. Nobody wants me to sit in a room and suffer. I hate sitting in a room suffering. I hate getting worse every day. I was on my hands and knees begging God. Just saying, please, God, help me. That's where this whole enlightenment thing started. But then they said, I'm not enlightened. I'm not enlightened. But it's like you have to work. This is how I phrase it. They don't phrase it this way. That you have to work through your belief systems. You don't just come to a different viewpoint. That's why I read the comments and people say like, oh yeah, when I first started watching this guy, I didn't think very highly of him. But then after watching him for, years and years, then I started to think he was pretty nice. Maybe they'll think that way about me. Who knows? Maybe if I just put these up for another few years. I wish I was president. President of the universe. Hello, president. Have a great day. Maybe if I was president of the universe, that would help. But I don't want, they say I don't want power, I don't want fame, I don't want anything. Raging Rapids just going off today, folks. There it is. All right, which way? This way, that way? They said just keep going. Just keep going, Stephen. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so because I didn't write any notes down, let's just ask the mind trackers what to talk about. They're not up there. It's a joke. We can talk about the mind interface, right? I used to have, I think that we have our mind and then we have a greater mind that we connect to. And that can give us experiences. Because I watch a lot of videos, not just the, they said don't say any names, but on YouTube. And people are interested in experiences. Like, what is this person going through? Mind talkers? Okay, contact with aliens. I thought it was all negative before. I thought, oh, it's all negative. But people are saying like they have positive experiences with these Arcturians or something. I saw a UFO once. I have no clue what it was. Oh, a triangle. Bright lights, slow moving, silent. Right, it went right over me. I was like looking up, and it'd be like going right over these trees. Yeah, like right over a tree line. I'm not good at estimating distances, but above the trees, just above the trees. And it was at night, so I couldn't see the outline of it. And the three bright lights on each corner were, about as bright as a street light. Very bright. And then a blinking red dot in the middle. So I don't know what that was. But if I'd say that's about as much evidence as you need. Seeing is believing. Some people think that that's Bigfoot did that. Piled all those logs up. Bigfoot is doing that. Who's doing that? I don't know. One of the workers where I live says that she's had encounters with Bigfoot. I had dreams with Bigfoot, and it's like he was a spirit, he wasn't like an ape. He wasn't a man. He was like a combination of all these different conglomeration of all these different, like part wolf, part deer, part ape. All this. See, that's the thing. That's why you never find a concise description of certain creatures. It's each person kind of has different encounters. I don't know how real they appear though to people. That's what because some people say, every time someone has an experience, I go, how real was it though? Because like in my mind interface, like they weren't really there in the room, but they're speaking to me. Kind of like, it would be more like a spirit. That would be closer to than a physical body. And that's what I wondered, like when Jesus came back, if that story's true, I don't know. They keep telling me they're not, was it in a physical body or a spirit body? And the spirit body always made more sense to me. But now I've kind of converted over to what I call the mind interface, is that Jesus didn't come back, but the reality this mind generates, it's like they know, it's basically like there's a God that knows what will convince people. That's why some people, I think, believe we're in some kind of matrix or something, because it's too good to be true. There's no way this could have happened. Like stuff like that happens, where people say there's no way. No way, dude. Whoa. Holy, this is raging. That is some raging rapids. Wow. No way. Yes, wait, dude. Dad, can you hear me, Dad? Daddy. Hello, Daddy. So I used to not always do impressions, but when I do them, I make sure they're good. I just want to be entertaining and funny. That's what I want to do. So. And that's what they said. They want people to, or they when they talk to me, they say, "Are you doing what you want to do?" Damn it! I wish there was a way I could go back, get my life back. Because people, I know they don't have any clue how bad it is. And I think it's better to just help people. But it's like, they'll say, oh, we'd like to help, but. My dad says, oh, we'd like to help, but we got to do it the traditional way. I go, is that file down your son's teeth? Put him in a mental ward? Doesn't sound very traditional to me. Da 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 da. I'm loving you. That's another. Sometimes they won't let me talk about certain topics. I don't know if they're controversial. If I go on that podcast on Saturday nights, they don't let me say anything there. They let me say. It's not a percentage. It's just more like certain topics. It's not like, oh, they let me say 90%. But sometimes they'll just take over and they'll say, Stephen, we've had enough of you. So yeah, let's talk about that. Possessions, like, I always said it's kind of like you go along with it. Like you're not doing it, but you're also not, you're going along with it. I don't know how to explain it other than, I don't think they're saying, but that's the weirdness of reality. There's so many different things going on, and trying to figure it all out is impossible. It's especially now that we have the internet, you can watch all these people talk about their experiences, and then you're just scratching your head like they don't come across as lying. They don't sound like they're just telling lies. They sound like they believe their story. But it's also impossible. So, or very, very unlikely. How about that? The raging rapids are here. Make sure to hang on to that phone. Do not drop the phone. They're saying people don't want to see that. I cannot believe how it's, wow. I watched a video on Rogue Waves. Rogue Wave? Wow, you Rogue Wave. See? Nice and clean now. Now I can hit a nice 3-wood. But I like hybrids. I don't like regular clubs. Regular blade iron golf clubs. I like hybrids, which just means they got more weight on them. I was hitting, last September I was playing like Tiger Woods. But I don't like golf. I just like hitting balls and having fun. They said I could probably win tournaments. But it's like, man, it's like I just want, if I could, it's like I feel like if I could just get a little bit of help, but then the longer it goes on, the worse it gets. So no one has any clue how bad these infections are. They're really bad. I say all my problems amplify. Like it's not one thing. They keep stacking up, and sooner or later, you know, it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, but I think it's worse than that. Because there's no reason for this. There's no reason to file down my teeth. There's no reason to put me in a mental ward. But the mind jackers, I don't know what else to call them. They just say they don't care and they don't know what else to do about it. So that's kind of the problem in our world, is people don't care and they don't know what to do about it. And they definitely don't want to right wrongs. They say we're committed to justice and caring, and then you call them up and they say good luck solving it on your own. I think that's evil. But then there's no, you know, so my belief system works for me because I'm an empathetic person. But yeah, I'm not out for revenge, so. But if I got in power, I'd tell them, would you want this done to you? And of course they're gonna say no. Nobody wants it done to them. I don't understand the point of our society. Oh, I guess we're not going forward. What is the purpose of our society if they won't help someone? Especially, I say, look at this, we're not getting through there. I could go up around. Holy moly, all right. Yeah, what's the purpose of society? Or any of these social programs or anything. It's like supposed to help people. But I don't want a social program. I want to just live the way I want to live. Unharassed, untortured, unabused. But it's like, it's kind of like the if you're suffering and you got no support, it's hard to do anything. Usually if someone, I don't say usually, but I've seen that where, you know, someone gets harmed and then people rally around that person and they help them get better. But in my life, it's pretty much the opposite. They say now that he's suffering, now that he's harmed, now we can treat him worse. Now we can punish, torture, and abuse him. So none of that could happen. If my teeth weren't filed down, I wouldn't be in pain and misery. They wouldn't say, look how bad he acts. See, my family only focuses on how bad I'm acting. They won't acknowledge the teeth filing. They won't acknowledge that they harm me. My dad will say, like, oh, I can't believe that would cause problems. And I'd say, well, do it to my siblings. And he says, well, I don't want to wreck their life. Yikes. Not a good person. But by society standards, he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, they don't care. In fact, they'd say that I'm the bad person because, you know, a social worker said that I'm the bad one. It's not my parents. I think they should be arrested. But they won't be because our society doesn't. They don't arrest people who wreck lives. They arrest people who say hi to a woman they haven't seen in 12 years. That's society. Yeah, that's where I would have been walking, right there. That's the walkway. So this is flooded. Oh, hey, I'm a closeted man in New York. Come on. Dinosaurs went extinct right about 75 million years ago because their justice system sucked. They didn't have any social programs and dinosaurs. Wish I had boots so I could walk through this. I don't know if it's worth figure this out. Boots. We need some boots here, folks. Pushing boots. Hello, my name is Antonio Banderos. Come and see Puss in Boots 2. The search for no boots. I don't know if I should keep going this way. It's just like I've never seen this before. I don't know. Well, let's go for the adventure. Okay. Worst case scenario, I fall and help, I've fallen, I can't get up. Body, this isn't 1985 anymore, body. Social, the whole society's collapsed in the future, body. It's horrible, body. Hunter Biden's now the president, body. Yeah, I don't know how offensive that is. Wow. This has got danger, danger, danger written all over it. Danger, let's go. Yeah, I don't. Oh, one time, hey, story time. One time I was out in North Dakota and, okay. We were out in North Dakota once and I had waders on and it was like 70 degrees this fall and I got stuck in the mud up to my knees. And I couldn't move an inch and I had to dig myself out with my bare hands. But the mud was basically ice, so my hands were frozen numb. Trying to dig out of this. Holy moly. All right, we're going back. We're going back. This is just too much for me. I don't know what to do. I didn't get a memo on this. That was my saying. But that's life. A lot of times, when I say it's, man, if people just had better attitudes, we'd fix all this stuff. That's how I see it. I want things fixed. They said that's the problem, is that people don't want this bad stuff, but it's happening. There's no reason to have me just sit in a room and suffer. Dang. Yeah, in the Enlightenment, they said someone would come get me. They said they'd get me a support system. They get me teeth healing miracles. I believed all this. They even said a woman. So, but at the end of it, they said, well, they had a whole storybook too that they were going to do. And I bought into it all. I believed it all. That's why I always wonder, like, when people start cults, like, they must be under this, it's not a delusion, but it's something that is beyond normal everyday. I didn't even think it was possible. I said, this isn't even possible. Oh. It's so muddy out here, I might fall. Oh. Well, let me get my pride out, and then we'll prevent the fall. Wow.
Yeah, it is like this mud is...
So much for the walk. What else can I talk about? Man, I can't even repeat back what they said. So, but yeah, I can say all day long, I wish this, I wish that, and they say, well, you're gonna be wishing a long time. I make assumptions. They say everyone makes assumptions about reality. I thought someday, things would get better. I thought people would help, people would care, but people won't help, people don't care. Not in my life. I know there's probably people viewing it say, we care. It's like, are they going to give me my teeth back, my life back? Can I talk to a woman without going to jail? Can I not be labeled a delusional person? I'd like to be functional. I can't get my friends back, family back. I can't go back. I can only get worse. I'm trying not to waste my talents, but it's so dang hard. I feel like everyone else is just like, it's like the other way around. Like, it's like the Buddha got he had a nice life and then he left the temple. I feel like I got kicked out of the temple and I'm like banging on the doors. I don't want this damn enlightenment thing. Give me my nice house back. Give me that back. See, because it's what you want. Maybe someone wants enlightenment. I don't know. There's all these people that are looking to become enlightened or whatnot. But there's nothing you can do to get it. If I said it wasn't me anymore, it was me and God. So it wasn't like I did it. Like, it's not me doing it. Why'd you become enlightened? God told me to do it. You just can't become enlightened just by yourself. God did it. What do you mean God did it? God did it. He did it. He got into my body. Traveled back through time. I don't know. That's what I believe enlightenment was from my point of view. It was you plus God. It was you. Hey, you're you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. But God's got all that power. You don't. So that's why I say nobody has, this may sound weird, nobody has any like psychic abilities. No one has any mind powers, but they can believe they do because the greater mind can make it seem like you're getting psychic abilities. It can make it seem like you're moving objects with your mind. During part of the enlightenment phase, there's banging on my doors and walls. And the guy downstairs below me said, someone's in your room banging on your walls. And I'm like, no one's up there. So, yeah. They kicked my bed once. I called it the spirits or whatever. It's like they just woke me up, and then they can wake me up different ways. That's what I said. I know I've mentioned this before. We're at 30 minutes already. Is that people, they attribute something to them, like, oh, I have a great internal clock. But I attribute it to this, you could say the spirit within that's always there. It can wake us up. It'll just wake us up at the right time. Yeah, because some people say, oh, I always wake up right before the alarm goes off. But they've woken me up with a gust of wind, a tap on the shoulder. They lifted my hand up and had it drop. They can move me. Let's do a little puppetry, yeah? Hello, puppet, how are you? I'm fine. What do you mean you're fine? I'm fine. You're not fine, you're mentally ill. I'm fine. He says he's fine, folks. We don't need to lock him up. Don't lock him up. I don't like mental wards. I don't like jails. I don't like group homes. I don't like all this stuff's being done to me. But people are not good. They just don't care. They don't care, and they don't want to solve it. So that's the problem in a nutshell. And I don't want to deal with it. I just want my life back. It's like if someone harms you, they just harm you. But to get help, just to get back to where you were, it's like impossible. Like nobody wants to help. Because they don't care. Doctors don't care. Dentists don't care. Police don't care. Judges don't care. Lawyers don't care. You can just rattle it off. But sometimes you talk to someone and they go, oh, I'm sorry that's happened to you. And I go, well, that's fine to be sorry, but they're not going to do anything. So I don't know how to solve that. Other than I wish I had an army. I wish I had people like something, an army of caring people. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what, folks. Well, I don't know. Just don't want to sink you and stuff it out till I die. If they say don't end your life, I go, it's like, but don't you think people need a reason to, some reason to keep living? Other than, avoiding punishment? Because that's basically what a mental ward is we're going to punish you for saying you're suffering. That is stupid. Oh, I'm suffering. Okay, let's make it worse. That's what they do. Let's make it worse on you. No, let's make it better. But they don't care. So that's our society. Wanted to hear it. God bless everyone. Have a great day.